Hello, fellow bookworms. Welcome to another video. Getting all ahead of myself there. Today, I'm going to be reviewing These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. Let's see if I can get it without the glare. The back of the book. It's not, it's just plain blue underneath the dust cover, which it's still pretty. And the gold for the words, for the title there is nice. It is book one of a duology. I will be reading the second one next, obviously. I'll read the back of the book here for you. He thinks he wants me forever, and part of me is considering it even as I'm betraying him. I'm the thief who's stealing from the kingdom he'd have me rule by his side. And then there are these things I feel for Finn, the way my power surges when he's close, the attraction I don't want but can't deny. Would Ronan want me if he knew any of that? Even if he did, it doesn't that power prove I don't deserve him? Even if he did, doesn't that power prove I don't deserve him? So this book is, it's young adult. I would say 14 plus. There are some romantic scenes with a little bit of detail, but not like incredibly detailed, not smutty like Sarah J. Maas or Jennifer L. Armentrout. It's in first person from the main girl, Abriella. She goes by Bree, and she has a little sister who, why can't I remember her little sister's name? All that, and I can't remember her little sister's name. There's a map at the beginning, which is kind of nice, of the world where they live, or at least the fairy world, because there's the human world and the fairy world. Why can't I remember her sister's name? Anyway, she's got a little sister, and the two love interests that she's talking about on the back are Ronan and Finn. So it's Prince Finian and Prince Ronan. Small spoiler if you want to skip forward 3 seconds. It's up to you, but it's not a huge spoiler. Ronan is also Sebastian. Same person. She calls him Bash all the time. But anyway, so it's a love triangle. People think a love triangle is only like one way, like person A loves person B, who loves person C, and person C loves person A, and there's no back and forth. But this is still technically a love triangle when she has two choices. I've read reviews where people don't particularly like love triangles, and I've read reviews on this book where they say it's well done. And I have to agree to a point. I mean, every time there's two options, there's always one you prefer over the other, and of course I have a favorite of the two. I'm not going to tell you who, and I'm hoping that's the one she ends up picking at the end of the series. Oh, it's just the two books, end of the duology. So Bree is a thief, and obviously she's stealing from Ronan's kingdom, but she's involved with Finn at the same time. I won't get too much into that because that's leading to spoilers. But she's doing it for a very specific reason. There's a decent amount of betrayal, and there's certain things that aren't, it's a duology, so there's certain things that haven't been solved yet. I said it's in first person, it's in Bree's point of view. The writing is good. I enjoyed it a lot. There's definitely some things that I predicted. I don't know if it's because I've been reading a ton this year. Some years I don't read as much, but this year I've gone through like so many books, way more than my normal average. And I don't like predicting things, but there's certain things when I read it, I was like, oh, I know what's going to happen there, or I know who this person is, or I know what that's leading to. I found a lot of it fairly predictable. Now, don't get me wrong, there was still some surprises that I had no clue about. So, that's nice when there's little surprises still. I got definitely emotional with this. Definitely the feels for when she's with the boys for different reasons. Both of them. You can feel the connection she has with both of them. Definitely frustration and anger for some of her choices and some of the situations she's put in. Frustration at her and frustration for her. But not in a bad way. Like, I know that sounds weird. Like, you think if you get angry at a book and you don't want to read it, but it was in a good way. Like, I was frustrated, but it's part of her growth. Like, if you don't get angry at the characters as they're growing, do you really feel connected to them? Like, I felt connected to her. I understood her struggles and the reasons why she made the choices she did. But she's looking out for herself. She's looking out for herself. She's looking out for her interests. And each of them is doing the same thing. They're only looking out for their own interests. I would definitely... There's got some Selection vibes and the Cruel Prince vibes, for sure. There was another one that I was thinking of, but it's not coming to the top of my head right now as I say that. A smidgen, just a smidgen of Harry Potter, but not really, only in the sense of like some of the magical creatures gave me Harry Potter vibes. But it's not a school, it's not a learning environment. Spit there, spitting on my new book. Oh, on the cover it shows Bree, and then it shows Ronan on this side, and this side is Finn. They're kind of in the shadows, it's hard to see. They're better on the book 2 cover, and I'll show you that after I read book 2, obviously. Yeah, I liked the character growth, and I liked her development as she's growing and learning. Some of the problems, conflicts get solved in this one, but they lead to other conflicts, and a couple of them aren't solved at all that will be solved in the other book. The ending, I didn't like some of her choices, but I like how it ended to lead into the next book. If it was one on its own, it'd be a total cliffhanger. But being as I have the second book, I'm not too worried because I'm going to start it immediately. As soon as I finish this video, I'm probably going to pick it up and start reading the next one. I would definitely rate it a 5 out of 5 stars. I definitely want to read it again. I am glad I already own it. I will be reading it again. Hopefully, well, actually, I guess that depends on how I like the second one. But I still think I'd want to read it again. Because I did enjoy it. And I mean, sometimes books like this, it gets better when you already know everyone's intentions. Because at first, you're not sure what everyone's intentions are the first time you read it. But the second time through, you already get to know the characters a bit. And you feel more connected to them the second time through. So there's that. But yeah, definitely recommend. Excellent writing. Definitely felt connected to the characters. I feel, well, I guess I'm learning from the book because I feel like I'm getting better at predicting. Although I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I like to be happily surprised. I've mentioned that in many of my videos, but we'll see how the second one goes, if there's more surprises for me. I'm excited to read the next one. Like I said, I'm going to dive right into it, and I'm hoping it starts right off where this one ended. I like when books do that. It helps. Highly recommend. Definitely 14 plus, because there is some romantic scenes in it with a little bit of detail. I know I mentioned that already, but I feel like I need to say it again just to give people a warning. Some people don't like that stuff. Other people want more, like Sarah J. Maas fans. But anyway, thank you for watching that video, and stay tuned for the next one, for book 2, to see how I think of the rest of the series. Absolutely love the first one. Lots of intrigue and betrayals. We'll see who betrays who at the end for the finale. Anyway, I'm rambling, blah. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video.